Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Mabe in the Cloud YouTube channel, where I like to mix a little bit of punk rock with cloud technology. What I want to talk about tonight is Git. And if you're not familiar with Git, then this might be a good video for you. I'm going to touch on a little bit of how to pull code from a Git repository, how to add those files that you might edit on your local machine, and then put them back onto a repository in GitHub. I'm also going to show you a couple little things you can do, such as forking a repo. If you don't know what that means, I'm going to show you. So let's get ready and we'll start kicking the tires here. All right, so now here we are. I've logged into my account on github.com. Creating an account is very, very easy. It's very intuitive and very simple. What we're going to do is I'm going to take this code here, pull it from GitHub, and put it onto my local machine so I can make an edit. As you can see, there's some files here that have already been added about 2 months ago with a silly git commit message that I made. In order to clone a repository from GitHub, there's a nice green button. If we click that, we can copy this command here to pull that down. And I'm going to swap over to my command line, and hopefully you guys can see that all right. In order to pull something from GitHub or clone it, we're going to use git clone. And then I'm going to paste the name that I pulled from here, put it into this command line, and then hit enter. So what we see cloning into GKE Cloud Shell demo, that means it's created a folder called GKE Cloud Shell demo. I can confirm this by typing ls-la, and I see here GKE Cloud Shell demo. Let's change into that directory using the cd command. I'm a little bit of a slacker. I use tab to autocomplete, so I just type in GKE tab. It pulls that up automatically for me. So let's say I want to add a file called test.txt. So I'm going to use a simple command touch, which is going to create the file that I name automatically. Test text. Test.txt. So, okay, now we have a file named thusly, test.txt. It's got no size or anything. So let's say I want to make another file. Let's do test one. So method to my madness. Okay, we have two files. They're named almost the same. Let's say I want to add just the one file. We can do git add, and adding is you're adding it to your repository ultimately, but that's not quite what's going on. We're getting ready to stage it so we can send it to GitHub. So let's do GitHub test.txt. Okay, now that's added. So if we wanted to take a peek of what is staged and ready to go, let's just put a quick message adding a file. Well, okay, there's a little problem here. We need to tell Git who we are. This is a fresh install of OS X, or Mac OS. Sorry, I'm old. Don't blame me. So let's do git config -- global user email. I'll do my email. So then it knows who I am there. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Username. And go backspace there. Scott, that's me. So now if I go back and use that commit again, we're going to see that it's adding one file. All right, but what if I have another? Now, if I have multiple files that I want to add within the current directory where I'm working, I can just do git add dot. Dot in Linux usually refers to the current directory you're working in. Now we can do, let's just go back. I'm just going to up arrow and use the git commit again. We'll see that it's got 2, 1, and 3. Before it was just the 1 test.txt. Now, great. I've added it. I've committed it. And the -m for git commit is message. And you want to have something meaningful, probably more meaningful than adding a file. But as it goes, you can do that. So after that, what we want to do is we want to send these files to GitHub. And we're working on a branch called main. So let's try to git push origin main. Okay. Like I said before, this is a freshly new setup for this user shell. So I have to authenticate. My username and my secret password. And like so, that has now been pushed to main. I can confirm this by seeing the new files here on GitHub. So just like that, we were able to push some new files with relative ease. I also promised to tell you how to fork some code. And if you're not aware of what forking means, well, let's take a look at this example I've already pulled up here. Python docs samples. Now, what this is, it's just some sample documents from Google Cloud, how to install and do a virtual environment. So if I wanted to work on this, I would fork it. It's going to be set up as my username, Python samples. I could then pull the code. Let's go back home, git clone. It may take a little while to pull everything down, so we're going to once again touch file.txt. We're going to go real quick this time. We're going to go git add. No, we're not. And the reason for that, I believe, is I never went into the folder. So it's Python doc samples. So let's change into that. There we go. Touch file.txt. Now I'm going to add that file. Git add. Oh, I forgot the -m on my git commit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to git push okay. So what really happened here? I added a file, just a generic text file as I did the last time. And if we scroll far enough, we should see my file added. The reason I did this is because if you try to add a file to the actual Google Cloud side of it, you're not going to be able to do it. You do not have the permissions to do so. However, if you wanted to work on the files and make their project your own and add your own code to it, you would do so here by forking it and then pushing your code. I hope everyone found this to be a useful, short little tutorial. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or wild allegations, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Once again, my name's Scott. Thank you for watching.